What's going on, folks? Jeremy Adrian here, back with another E3 2019 MMO update, mostly from day 2 of the convention. So let's get straight to it, beginning with Square Enix and Final Fantasy XIV. We got an appearance from Yoshida, who talked about the upcoming Shadowbringers expansion, but it's mostly information we already have regarding the 2 new jobs and races, the Gunbreaker Dancer, the Hrothgar, and the Viera. However, we did get the world premiere launch trailer for Shadowbringers, and it's pretty awesome, packed with previews of the new areas, the monsters you'll be fighting, the characters, quests, and more. There was also some story content teased with the voiceovers, which led to some major story implications revealed in the trailer, and before I play that part, this is a spoiler warning because it's big and I don't want to ruin the surprise for you, so if you don't want to know, skip ahead by at least a minute.
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard, but it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiark and Hydaelyn are not gods.
But they are gods after a fashion, yes. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
So there it is, Zodiark and Hydaelyn are primals. What the hell? As someone still catching up to the current content, that was a major WTF moment for me, but I'm still excited to find out how all of that unravels. That's not all for Final Fantasy XIV though. If you are in LA for E3, they've set up about 40 kiosks for you to get a hands-on gameplay experience with the 2 new jobs in the Titania Battle Challenge. And the next part of the letter from the producer will air this Friday live, June 14th at 3 p.m. PDT, so stay tuned for that and more information about Shadowbringers. Okay, back to the Elder Scrolls Online, and before we get into content, this is more time sensitive and it's about the sale. ESO's base game is 50% off right now until June 17th on both the official website store and on Steam as well. You will also get the game's first chapter, Morrowind, bundled in too. If you've been waiting to jump into ESO, now is a pretty damn good time, I reckon. Now, yesterday's Bethesda E3 conference showed us what the new DLCs are called, but now we have more solid information about them, so let's dig in. First, the Scalebreaker Dungeon DLC will have 2 new dungeons, Moongrave Fane and Lair of Marsalok. You like dragons? Good, because you'll be battling them in here too. The story tease we got about these new dungeons is that while we see dragons as a threat to Tamriel, not everybody's on the same page or wants to get rid of them, and the Halls of Colossus wasn't the only place that held dragons, so the plot thickens. While these are primarily standalone dungeon stories, they do tie into the Season of the Dragon narrative arc. Late in 2019, we'll be getting the final DLC of the Dragonhold, which brings a brand new zone for us players in southern Elsewhere, Peloton, a lawless wasteland impacted by a deadly plague that took place some 20 years in the past. This is where you must gather allies, including the now revealed leader of the Dragon Guard, Sai-Sahan, and I suspect the questing and story content here will involve the reformation of the Dragon Guard Order. We'll need to develop new powerful tools and weapons to put an end to the dragon threat before it spreads beyond the borders of Elsewhere into the rest of Tamriel. Since it is a quest DLC, expect the new zone to be filled with new character stories, delves, world bosses, and yes, there will be dragon hunt events here too. I've seen a lot of questions about Sai-Sahan and how is he back if players made certain choices in the base game. No need to elaborate here in case there are some of you who haven't finished the base game story yet, but the answer is, we don't know. Let's wait until ZeniMax Online Studios reveals that part to us whenever they do. Another question I see popping up is, will they give away the Dragonhold DLC as part of the daily login rewards like they did for Murkmire last year? Good question, I don't know, but I do hope so. I'm on the ESO Plus, so DLCs are free, but there's plenty of other people out there that don't sub to ESO, and that's fine. So having another DLC freebie like Murkmire will be awesome, but that ball is in ZeniMax's court. Elsewhere in E3, under the wider MMO umbrella, there's some news for a couple of games. Let's start with Last Oasis, a new post-apocalyptic clan-based survival MMO that was announced some months back. They've released a new gameplay trailer, which is what you're watching right now, and have a release date too, set for September 3rd. Last Oasis features nomadic clan survival mechanics that involves an innovative vehicle system, global player-driven economy, and complex combat systems and war mechanics, all working on an MMO scale. Pretty big words there by the developers, and yeah, I'm still creeped out by how all the vehicles look, but that's just me. PvP is everything here, so if this sounds like your next survival MMO, check it out. The game is on Steam, and you can follow updates about it on there. For all you Tennos out there, Warframe released a new teaser trailer for its upcoming content update, EMPYREAN, formerly known by the codename Railjack, which was first revealed at TennoCon last year. The new E3 EMPYREAN teaser showcases the game's new space combat experience, picking up from the demo last year that we saw, which gave us a sneak peek at Digital Extremes' ambitious cooperative space combat expansion, launching 1 to 4 players seamlessly from land into space into cooperative, highly tactical ship-to-ship combat. Anyway, the full reveal for Warframe EMPYREAN will happen during Tenno Live 2019, Saturday, July 6, and you can watch it on Twitch. And if you link your Warframe account to Twitch and watch at least 30 minutes of the keynote, you'll earn a free Necros Prime. Now, from Ubisoft's presentation, The Division 2 will be free to play from June 13 to 16 on all platforms. Or if you've been waiting for a sale, good news, there's one too. All versions are 40% off until the 24th of June. They also revealed what's coming with the first year of free post-launch content, which includes 3 episodes packed with story-driven missions that will lead you back to where it all started, and you'll see what I mean by that. So episode 1, called DC Outskirts Expeditions, launches in July, and it's all about exploring the woodlands and areas outside of the base game. The story involves finding the leader of the Outcast faction and President Ellis. This episode also has a new progression content called Expeditions, where you participate each week to discover all the wings of Trinity College. Episode 2 is Pentagon, The Last Castle, and it's coming in the fall. The Black Tusks have taken over the Pentagon, and agents will fight to solve the ongoing outbreak crisis. But the biggest drop this episode is the game's second 8-player raid, which will be the hardest content available when it launches. The third and final episode of Year 1 is Coney Island Homecoming, where agents embark on a story that takes them back to New York as they must stop a familiar nemesis and face the biggest threat to the Division, back in a setting where it all started in the first game. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm a big fan of The Division 2. It's a game I play regularly during downtime, and this is good, free content. And that's all I've got for now, folks. If there's more news to come from E3 2019 happening right now throughout the week, I'll update you guys in the next video. Hit the like button for the love of MMOs, and hey, feel free to subscribe to the channel and get notified on all my latest uploads. Once again, I'm Adrian, and I thank you for watching. Hey folks, thanks so much for watching that video. If you guys want to watch more, you can click the subscribe button at the bottom there, or somewhere over here. And don't forget to hit that bell to get notified on all my latest videos. So I'll see you guys at the next vid. Take care.